Divorced, your ex can take part of your CPP and you can't stop it. I'm just going to try to do this voiceover as you watch content that I've recorded. And most Canadians know you can start CPP at 60. What many don't know is that if you were married long-term and divorced, your ex may be entitled to a portion of it, whether you like it or not. Before you retire in Thailand or anywhere for that matter, you need to understand how CPP credit splitting actually works. That's what this video is all about. Let me share my experience. Stay tuned. My ex-wife just turned 60 and applied to receive her portion based on the 24 years we were married. I still don't know the exact numbers. Service Canada doesn't tell you ahead of time. And if you're planning to retire in Thailand or anywhere for that matter, you better build your retirement on math, not assumptions. Let me explain what I've learned in 5 easy to understand pointers.
Oh, I'm sorry to disturb you. My name is
Stephen and Pjanic.
Well, I'm very pleased to meet you.
Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Like I said, I started CPP, otherwise known as Canada Pension Plan, at 62. I was getting a decent amount per month, minus 25%. I had them take off for taxes so it wouldn't affect me at tax time. I also knew credit splitting would eventually happen, but what I didn't know until I spoke with Service Canada is how much. They told me they wouldn't know until my ex-wife applied. And it also took a few phone calls to find out that she wouldn't get it until she turned 60, and only if she applied for it. So I told her to do so simply because I didn't want them to come after me later and claw back what she should have been receiving, plus penalties. And as a side note, I just want to mention that she totally forgot that the lawyer told her that she was entitled unless she found out at a later date. I could have gotten away with it for a while, which would have ended badly for me, probably when I needed it most. I'm only sharing that part of the story so that you can do you and remember that you've been warned. So my ex just turned 60 and already applied when she was still 59. Lunch just came. Nutch and Nan have gone to the city. Nutch wanted to get her bank to help her out with online banking. Let's see what I'm having. That's hot. Don't know what that is, but it's amazing how they put, this is a very hot liquid. Looks like there's some kind of herb in there, some broth, I'm guessing. I don't even know what my wife ordered for me. She didn't tell me. But this appears to be upside down, but I'll open it this way. Okay, I see a fried egg, I see rice, I see chicken, probably pork, and some vegetables, cucumber, tomato, a piece of lime. They like to throw in this piece of lime. So I'll just squeeze that over here. Yeah, fried rice, chicken. That's fine. I can handle that. And it was probably 40 Thai baht. I'll put the conversion up on the screen. So last year I watched the driver of this truck load that backhoe onto that truck, and it literally lifts the front end of that truck completely off the ground. But it was clear that the guy knew exactly what he was doing. Okay, get back to the topic at hand of this video. I spoke with her before coming to Thailand, and she still hasn't heard or received anything. She turned 60 in December, and here we are in the middle of February. So I still don't know the final numbers. What I'm not clear on is, does Service Canada combine both our contribution records and adjust both payouts? I was kind of led down that path to believe like that, but I'm not 100% sure. If anyone knows, please let us know in the comments below. In a nutshell, it's not automatic. She must apply. Your spouse must apply. If she applies late, then there can be retroactive adjustments, clawbacks with penalties. The penalties, I believe, were interest. And another point is you cannot contract out of it, meaning the lawyer told us that she could sign off on my RRSPs or my investments because she had her own. I'm signing off on hers, she's signing off on mine, but you cannot sign off on CPP. And because this is done through Service Canada, I suspect it's federal, though I am speaking from my Manitoba experience. I suspect that other provinces do the same, but they might have their own spin on it or their own interpretation of how it plays out. That's what you need to find out for your specific province. And another thing, because I asked friends of mine or people I knew well enough that were already divorced, and they knew nothing about this. So I suspect, and I asked them because I never heard anybody ever talk about this, income splitting or credit splitting. CPP credit splitting is what Service Canada calls it. So ask anybody that you know that you can feel comfortable with having that conversation if they know anything about it. Because if you didn't know anything, I suspect they didn't know either. So that means that you would probably want to talk to a tax accountant or your financial advisor for expert advice. So if you're divorced or heading into retirement after a long marriage, don't assume that you know what CPP will be.
This is the day.
Ask questions, get clarity. Retirement abroad isn't built on emotion, it's built on math. And the numbers don't lie. Trust me, I know from experience. That's why I've talked about in previous videos, and I've mentioned the fact that I'm only semi-retired and I'll never be fully retired simply because of not setting myself up properly. And this is one of the things. Even though CPP pays me whatever it is that they do pay me, that number is going to drop, I suspect, substantially. But next year I'm also going to be getting old age security. You can only start taking that at 65, and I'll be 65 next February 2027. So, but even with that and what I have saved and it's not enough. So I have to be semi-retired.